Say JonnyBeeTV.
JonnyBeeTV.
Yes. Yo, what it do, y'all? It's your boy JB. We on JonnyBeeTV. We got a very special guest in the building, man. Y'all know I got love for basketball. I love to pick the brains of smart people in basketball, man. Nate Wickstrom in the building, man. What's going on? How you doing?
Appreciate you having me, man. Appreciate you having me.
Appreciate you, man. How you doing today, man?
I'm great, man. It's good, man. I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Man, I appreciate you. I know you really big doing your thing right now in the training field.
Big is kind of crazy. I wouldn't say that, but I appreciate it.
I saw you from a distance, so it's doing your thing. So
okay, I appreciate it. I'll take it.
We're here to give flowers all day, man. Before we even get into that, though, I did peep. You got like a nice little playlist, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of artists on my show as well, you know what I'm saying? So before you start your days and workout and stuff, what's that playlist look like?
Man, it's all over the place. Recently, it's been a lot of R&B.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I was listening to in the gym the other day. It was this mix that I found, and it starts off with like Usher. It goes into Chris Brown. It goes into SWV. Mm-hmm. It goes into Genuine. It goes into all that, man. And
all that's the real R&B.
The old school. Yeah.
That's the only real R&B. R&B sort of died now.
It did kind of die. Yeah, Bryson Tiller keeping it alive a little bit.
Yeah, you're right.
There's a couple guys out there.
Chris
but
Brown, of course.
You're right.
Pop.
It's not the same, though.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
The names you named all
with the old school, like a little Neo even.
Facts.
Man.
Yeah, and Neo done wrote smackers.
Yeah, exactly. Too. And he's wrote everything. So
facts. I love that, man. I think that about you. I had to ask that, man. I already playing the Master P, No Limit.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I gotta tap it. I gotta ask for you because, of course, I'm a music head as well.
Yeah,
so
my range is crazy. I can kind of blend in with anybody.
Yeah.
I could be listening to country. I could be listening to R&B, jazz, rap, hip hop, pop. It don't matter. Taylor Swift. It don't matter.
Facts. Okay, I like that. So you from Michigan?
Yeah. So my life's kind of crazy. I was born in Arizona. I was actually born in Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
But we lived there till I was 1, 2, so I remember none of it.
Okay.
And then it was Chicago. But then that was a very quick stop too. Like I think we moved out of Chicago first grade. Okay. So like still not maybe a couple memories.
Yeah.
But then Michigan was like the developmental years. It was first grade through like the end of freshman year of high school.
Okay.
So that was kind of the developmental stages, right? And then then we came to Milwaukee, and I've been in Milwaukee since 2010, so 15 years now.
Okay, yeah. So you're a Midwest kid, really?
So I'm a Midwest kid. When people ask me where I'm from, at this point, I'm kind of saying Milwaukee.
Okay.
Because, it's been 15 years. The adult years are here.
Yeah.
Kind of like I'm saying I'm from Milwaukee now, but because I've spent the most time here, but the developmental Michigan kind of raised me, I would say.
I feel that. What part of Michigan?
Ypsilanti, Ann Arbor area. So if you know, like our only like claim to fame is Amani Bates.
Okay,
he's the biggest thing out of Ypsi. So, but I grew up going to high school right across from the big house at the University of Michigan. So anybody would probably know where Ann Arbor is. It's Pioneer High School. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's been a Midwest kid for sure.
So, do that make you a Lions fan or a Packers fan?
For sports, it does make me a Detroit fan.
Oh, okay, all right. Ooh, that's tough.
It is, man. Being here since 2010, the first year I was here, the Packers won the Super Bowl.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Like, and then, of course, like not too shortly after that, the Lions didn't win a game all year. In one of those seasons, they went defeated. Mm-hmm. And I think the next year they won one game. And then Dan Campbell came and kind of started turning the program around. So now I can talk a little shit.
You can.
As a Lions fan. This year it's a little rough. The past 2 years has been better. Mm-hmm. This year it's off to a shaky start, but it's kind of what I expected. You lost your offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator in the same offseason. Mm-hmm. It's kind of tough to bounce back from that, but they're trying. Yeah. They took a tough L today. And the Bears keep winning, and the Packers, bro, yeah, it's tough. Yeah. But the Pistons are sitting at number 1.
They are right
so
now.
I can't be too mad. Kate is killing it.
I believe they're on the winning streak too as well.
Yeah, I think it's 12 games or something like that. People thought it was gonna stop last night in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I gotta give it to Michigan though. Y'all got good sports. Y'all got some of the best artists in the world.
Best artists, yeah.
So I gotta give Michigan and Milwaukee. We got a good connection.
We do got a great connection.
So it's all love. It's all love. So growing up, as far as on the basketball side, who's like your favorite players, or who's you picking from growing up?
Growing up, I mean, it's tough not to say AI right away, right? Just from like what he was an icon, right?
That's a fact.
AI changed the whole game. So AI, I mean, I was a white boy growing up with wristbands on and the sweatband and the sleeve, and I wanted to be AI so bad. And then after him, it was, D Wade came in. I was a big D Wade guy. Watching, the Flash. That was one of my first pair of player shoes was a pair of AIs. From Reebok, and then when D Wade was signed to Converse originally when he came out, I got a pair of those D Wade Converse, and now you look at it full circle moment. Now Way of Wade sends me shoes, so that's crazy. And I worked at D Wade camp last summer, and got to meet him in person. Actually had him. I was a little kid, bro. I was fanned out. I was had him sign me a pair like the Way of Wade. I took the Way of Wades off my feet, had him sign them. So that was, I would say D Wade, Kobe, of course. I mean, who's not a fan of Kobe, the Mamba mentality?
Yeah, most definitely.
But then I grew up when I was in Michigan, it was Chauncey Billups, Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, Tay Sharp. It was. Darvin Ham was even there.
Yeah.
Duncan Darvin is what they called him at the time. But I grew up with that team. So Chauncey Billups was one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
Rip. Rip would just run around. He would run you off a million screens and then catch, shoot, boom.
Especially how the game was played back then. It was very position-wise. So that's a true shooting guard, true point guard.
True shooting guard.
That team was amazing.
Rip was Rip doesn't get talked about a lot. Richard Hamilton doesn't get talked about a lot. He was almost like a Reggie Miller, 2.0. He was, because at the time Reggie Miller was kind of on the way down from his career, and they would play the Pacers. I mean, Malice in the Palace, right? They would play the Pacers in those playoff games. So I just remember Richard Hamilton's just like a younger Reggie Miller at this point.
He was
running around, no dribbles, catch, shoot, just efficiency.
And especially how they we gotta appreciate players like Rip right now because they trying to take away
the midi,
so much. And he was you see it coming off the dribble now, but nothing catching and shooting coming off screen.
You'll see Shea, Edwards, Kawhi. They get to their middies, but like you said, it's off the dribble.
It's off the dribble, and that's he like you said, that's a great player. He had great art. He was almost like a Steph Curry mid-range.
He was. He was.
That's it. His body movement and all that. Most definitely. I love Rip Hamilton. That's a good player.
Yeah.
Can you give me how it was? Because the Bucks won. What was that? 2021.
21. Yeah.
So and it was live here when the Bucks won.
It was too live, bro. I'll tell you this. Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
So I was out in. I wish I could have been at the game. I don't remember. I was at a friend's house out in Menominee Falls watching the game with a bunch of people. And they win, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, it was late. I'm like, all right, guys, I'm going to the crib. At the time, my apartment is downtown. And I'm driving down, North Ave. So I get off the North Ave exit. I'm coming down I'm about a Wendy's. I get to MLK. And I'm sitting at the red light. People all through the streets running around. Everybody's honking their horns. And I'm loving it. I'm like, okay, the Bucks won. Do your thing, whatever. Celebrate. I'm at this red light. I'm not paying no attention. And the person in front of me puts their car in reverse and just floors it. And I'm talking about smacks my car. And I'm like, oh, well, hold up. And there was a bunch of them in the car. They all turn around, look at me, and then the driver just,
Yep.
And I said, nah, don't let it slide, Nate. Put my car in drive, tried to chase them, and then they eventually lost me on MLK through a bunch of people. But that's why I always remember it was 2021. I'll remember exactly where I was on the night of the Bucks win. I'll never forget it, just because there was that accident involved.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible, man. That's Milwaukee for you.
That is Milwaukee for you. That describes Milwaukee in a nutshell.
Man,
something great happens, and it's got to be followed up with some shit. So,
always.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you've been here long enough to know how I go.
Yeah, I get it now.
Thanks. So take me through your basketball career. You know what I'm saying? As far as with your journey, middle school, high school. How was it on your basketball?
For sure, I didn't start playing basketball until maybe 5th or 6th grade. I started a little. I mean, now you get kids that got their like that basketball in their hands at kindergarten, K5.
It's third grade national rankings.
Yeah, exactly. So and that's a whole different topic, right?
Yeah,
like they're ranking kids in 3rd grade, which is absurd. But like you'll see like these rookie academies, these rookie things, and they're training kids from like K5, 1st grade. I didn't pick up a ball till I was 5th grade, 6th grade. Okay. So I started a little later, but played all through middle school, played in high school, college, dipped my toe in overseas. But man, I was a 5'11", 6 foot on a good day, white, unathletic basketball player. Yeah. I maxed out my potential, man. There was nothing else I could have done. I'm not the most athletic. I'm barely 6 feet. I'm white. So I tapped out where I could get to, and then I eventually just got into the training stuff, man. And the funny story is I didn't even want to get into the training stuff.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask you.
So we can transition right into it. My first 2 clients were my first 3 clients, Jay, Jalen, and Sadiq Hayes.
Oh, okay.
Jay and Jalen Gentry and Sadiq Hayes. And I had no interest in training, and Jay and Jalen, it was COVID, so there was really nothing to do. They asked me if I could train them. And I said, yeah, I mean, of course. Like, I'm not doing anything anyway. I might as well do something. It's COVID. And they loved it. And I was like, y'all gonna pay me for this? And they loved it. I'm like, they were like, let's do it tomorrow. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Okay, so I came back tomorrow and we trained again, and once again they loved it. I'm like, man, y'all really gonna pay me for just like putting y'all through some drills for basketball? Like, this is easy. And then Jay and Jalen at the time were kind of known around the city. I mean, they still very much are, but they were in high school at the time, or college at the time. Their next client they brought me was Justin Greenlee. He was at Brown Deer at the time. So now my first 3 clients, or first 4 clients really, are 2 college, a semi-pro, and a top high school kid. I'm like, oh man, this is easy. Yeah. And then because of Jay and Jalen, they brought me Levi Bradley, they brought me Monte Bearden, and then those 2 brought me Jay Key. So now my first 6 clients are all top tier clients. I'm like, man, this training thing is easy. I get to train like D1, D2, college and pro basketball players. Like, oh man, this training thing is sweet. Like, should have been doing this. And then, of course, reality sits in when they all go off to school or they go to their respective countries where they're playing overseas. And then you're sitting there and you're like, damn, well, now I got to train the shitty little kids, right? The kids who can't really dribble. You got to kind of teach them how to dribble now. And it was a total like wake up call. It was a little bit of a mind fuck. It was like I was all the way up here training them, and then they went off, and then I had to restart with like people learning how to dribble. Yeah. Or even like, the parents, you do basketball training? Like, my kid, and their kid don't want to be there. Their kid, it's just, they're paying me to babysit their kid, basically. Facts. And then, from then, it's been growing it. So now, you're everywhere in between. I could be training somebody who's, right now, I've kind of gotten away from the 3rd through 5th grade level, just because this is going to sound like, I don't want to sound like a douche, but like I've gotten to the point where I am in my business where, I kind of sort of can pick and choose who I want to train now. That's real. So now I kind of, because of what I've built, I can kind of go down as low as I want. And that's, for now, it's been about 5th or 6th grade. So 5th or 6th grade all the way up to the pros. And it's been good, man. I've been growing the client base. Like, occasionally I'll do those 2nd through 4th graders, but not very often. But it's been fun, man. It's been a fun 5 coming up on 6 years, I guess. Coming up on 6 years in, what would that be, May? So we're coming up, man. It's been good. There's some years that are really good where you're like, man, this is taking off. This is really good. And there's other years where you're like, I'm just not seeing the growth that I was last month. I'm not seeing the growth I was last year, For example, on social media, right? You said that you saw social media from afar. It's like social media, I was within the first couple years, man, I took off to about 57K. And I'm like, oh man, this is easy. I'm gonna be at 100K in no time.
Yeah.
If you were to check my Instagram today, I think I'm at 53.
Yeah.
I've lost 4K. And maybe it's because I'm an unk. Like, I just don't understand social media. But
I know. Hey,
it's hard. Like, so there's just the ebbs and the flows, and that just social media right there just shows you just everything. That there's going to be the highs where some years are fast and you skyrocket to 57K, and then you might drop. You might have a slow year, and then you might start to come back up a little bit. So it's just I've been learning how to deal with the highs and the lows, and not getting too high on the highs and not getting too low on the lows, and trying to be able to stay even keel through it all. Yeah. And that's something that they don't teach you. That's something you just gotta kind of learn, right? Yeah. Like there's no school for being a basketball trainer. There's no you can go get a personal training degree for personal training, but there's nothing out there for basketball. There's nobody like governing body to kind of teach you. It's something you just gotta kind of go through. Yeah. And when we were growing up, this wasn't a job. Exactly. There was no basketball trainers in the world. It was your coaches, or you just showed up at the park and, hopefully there was 10 people out there at least, and you just hopped in with some runs and
just running full.
More often than not, it was, older dudes that were out there, and you're just trying to fight to stay on, and the old heads kind of teach you. If you get a good group, they'll kind of pull you to the side and be like, hey, try this, do this. But then, like you said, it's your coaches. They give you a couple extra drills. They might open up the gym early. They might stay after practice a little bit. But there wasn't a skills trainer. My job was not even a thing when we were growing up. You're right. I think the first skills trainer I even remember was Micah Lancaster. I don't know if you know who that is, but Micah Lancaster, he used to have these crazy YouTube videos where he would put out 100 cones on the court, and he would dribble through around all the cones, make quick reactions. He used to have like these explosive drills where he would be like 2 feet would be a foot in each bucket, and they'd be full of water, and he'd be doing high knees and some crazy, it wasn't crazy shit, like some shit you would think like Kobe would be doing, and but yeah, that was the first, and that was when I was a freshman in college. I remember seeing his YouTube video. So that was 2012, 2013. So it's like how far and now I could throw a rock out this window and hit 10 basketball trainers. Yeah. So it's, know what I'm saying? Right. It's a little watered down now. Yeah. But it wasn't even a thing a couple years ago. So now it's really grown, and I think that's what they don't tell you is when the entrepreneur life. It can look glamorous at times, especially social media. We only portray our good side. Yeah, nobody's out there putting their bad stuff on social media. So it's being an entrepreneur, owning your own business, running your own business. It can take a toll on you mentally for sometimes, because you got to deal with those highs and those lows, and it's not a normal 9 to 5 where like. In my friend group, I'm the only one. I always tell people, like, I'm the only unemployed friend in my friend group. Like, I don't have a job. My job is not a real job. I basically play basketball with my friends all day. Like, I just, I'm hooping with little 6th graders all day, bro. Like, I don't really have a job. And then, like, I can text my friends at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday and be like, hey, y'all want to go, like, work out real quick before I start these clients? And they're like, bro, like, we got work. But what they also, like, they're looking at me like, man, Nate's got all this freedom. He's got this. Kids don't get out of school till 3, so I can't train till 3 o'clock. They're like, oh man, Nate's got all this free time, But what they don't see is like, yeah, but you guys that work your corporate jobs, you guys have this guaranteed salary. Yeah. Every single year you're going to make X amount of money. You're going to make 80K. So that means every single month this is coming in. Every 2 weeks this is coming in. Man, 1 month I could make 10K. The next month I could touch barely 2.
Oh, that's real.
And then I'm having these ups and these downs, and so that's what I'm saying. I'm just trying to stay consistent. That's one thing that I've learned over the past 5 years, man. Is I think it's my relationship with God, man. As quick as He can give it to you, like, take it away. Yes, that's a fact. Some months are gonna be great. Some months are gonna be bad. You just got to figure out a way to stay even keeled through it all, man.
Was it hard figuring out the entrepreneur side of it? Because when you going in, you was just going in. You just thinking you training. You know what I'm saying? And it's training most of the time. But to figure that out, and like you said, the social media side, that's all different aspects of it. So
all of it's different.
Tough right away.
If I wasn't, I tell people this all the time, man. Like, social media. So I'm somebody who openly struggles with mental health, or maybe I'm not very open about it much, but it's something I'm becoming more open with. I tried to commit suicide back in 2021. So it's about four or 5 years ago now. And I've had my, battles with mental health, depression, all that. But one thing that I've realized is that social media isn't a healthy place for me all the time. Yeah. Sometimes it's fun, and I'll be scrolling them reels, and I'll be laughing my ass off, and I'm like, man, these jokes, and like my friends will get 20 reels a day from me, you know. Yeah. But then there's other times where, man, you play that comparison game, and like we were talking about earlier, like everybody's posting their highlights. Yeah. And if you don't remind yourself of that, which sometimes I get in the habit of not reminding myself, I'm like, man, like, this guy, he over here training Giannis. I just trained little Sally today. Like, I feel she couldn't even dribble with her left hand. He over here training, Kyrie. Yeah. And so you look at the big time trainers and you're like, sheesh, man, this is. So one thing I've had to get to terms with is trying to balance social media to the point where like I'm posting, but trying not to be under too much and letting it eat at me. So it's been a tricky battle as far as that. As far as like what to post, there used to be this trainer, his handle was 9010. So his real name is Peter. Shout out to Peter. He kind of took me under his wing when I was starting out. He used to train all like the University of Kansas basketball players. Why am I blanking on his name? The guy that's on the Nuggets right now, Braun. Okay. Yeah, he used to train him. His name, something like that. Connor or something. Yeah, I can't remember his first name. I know what you're talking about though. But he trained him when he was at Kansas, and he trained Grady Dick and all these guys. Like, now he only does really the social media side of things, just because there's so much money in it too. And he'll run camps. But when I was first coming up, I reached out to him. And I had no followers at the time. He was, and he showed me love right away. He was like, "Yeah, man, like come on down, learn from me for a little bit, like a couple weeks, stay, see how I do things on the court, take a couple drills away." And then while we were down there, he also taught me the social media side. So without him, I wouldn't know what to post. I wouldn't know what to do. I could kind of figure out how to train people too, but he showed me like how to be a trainer from a business side. Okay, yeah. So that was huge. But you're right. Like when you're just starting out, man, it looks like it's just training. It looks like you just step on the court, you train a couple clients, and then you leave. Yeah, yeah. But what I quickly realized is you can't rely on just word of mouth. Okay. I can't just train you and then pray that you will go out and tell somebody else, and then that they even come. You could go tell somebody. Okay, great. He's training with Nate. Yeah, I'm still not gonna go to Nate. So I've had to like become a businessman at the same time off the court and try to figure out, okay, how do you get clients? How do you market? How do you advertise? Things like that. And then once you get clients in, okay, well now how is it not just a revolving door where they come in and then they leave, come in and they leave? How do you get them to come in and then stay as a client? Yeah. Because you could train little Joe from Homestead 1 week, and he don't even come back for another couple months. Right. So it's like, okay, well, how do I book him? How do I get him to want to stay in here? So, it's about figuring out what prices work for clients, what prices don't work, what prices look good, what prices don't look good, things like that. You might be thinking, one thing that I learned, you might be thinking, because when I was starting off, I was like, I'll just go as low as I possibly can. I'll see what everybody else in the area is charging. I'll go as low as I possibly can. And that's great. Yeah. But then you get the people who... Then you get a lot of one-off clients. Like, okay, Nate's just $20 today. Boom, here you go, $20. And then you get people that aren't very serious with it. It's very easy to drop $20 when you're not serious about something. That's real. I feel that. You raise your price. Let's say you're $80. It's like, ooh, that's a little bit more of a commitment. Yeah. Like, hey, are you really going? Parents got to come to their kids. Like, you really going to lock in? You really want this? All right, we'll pay the $80 now. So then you get the good clients. You get the clients that want to be there. You're not just babysitting anymore. Like that's crazy. Just for a parent to pay $80 just for me to babysit their kid that doesn't really want to play basketball. So you raise your prices a little bit. Now you start to get clients that are taking it a little bit more seriously. So there's been so much, man, and it really comes down to keeping good people around you. And if any up and coming trainer that is out there, I would say find a mentor. I had Peter on the social media side of things, and now I've got Travis Diener and Joe Chapman up in Mequon.
Oh, that's amazing.
And man, and then Steve Becker that owns Athlete Performance on the weight room side of things. Those three guys right there are the epitome of it all, right? Like that's what I'm trying to get to. They all own things. They all are running very, very successful businesses.
Yeah.
And they've all been at the highest level of what we are all trying to do. Joe and Travis played at the highest level. They've trained guys that are at the highest level. Steve has trained in the NBA. He's trained in the Olympics. He's trained everywhere. He's trained the China national team. He's trained every draft pick in recent years that you can think that came out of Wisconsin. Steve has helped train them. He's trained, Jalen Johnson, Tyler Hero, Pods, Jordan Poole, Tyrese. Who did he just? Khan. He just did Khan's pre-draft.
Oh, we.
So, Steve's a good guy to learn the business side of things from. They're all good to learn certain things from. So any up-and-coming trainer, I would say your biggest thing is find you a mentor.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, it's very easy to think that it's just basketball training. And that's cool. Yeah, if you want to just be like, if you don't want to treat it as a business and you want to just do it as a one-off and you want to come on the court like every, once a week, twice a week and just train a couple kids, great.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to grow and trying to take it seriously as a business and as an entrepreneur and this is your main source of income, man, I would say find a mentor because it's going to be very, very hard to grow outside of that.
Yeah. That's amazing too, and I love that you brought up, especially like just the social media aspect. It's people in the field that I'm in, like interviews. You know what I'm saying, doing big time interviews. Yep. I feel like I had some classic interviews that
for sure. Yeah.
But and I might look at them and I'm like, oh man, you know what I'm saying, I need to get to that level. But you gotta be patient. You gotta be level.
Very patient, and it's hard, man, because you're like, man, like you got to invest the time and the energy, and and sometimes. You could post the same thing as somebody else, but the algorithm pushes his stuff before it pushes your stuff for whatever reason. And maybe it comes down to the editing and the lighting and the whatever else. But man, it's one thing that I've learned is just staying consistent.
Yes.
And trying not to compare too much, which is easier said than done, right? Like it's so much. Definitely. It's a very hard thing to do, but man, it's just staying consistent through it all.
I'm with you on that. Consistency is the key, especially with social media, and that can become draining. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the field I'm in, like just clipping up stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is not something I do 24/7. I do have to work a job. You know what I'm saying? And so that takes away time. I wish I could do JonnyBeeTV, but it's tough.
Eventually, brother. Eventually.
It will, but still staying consistent after, coming home and long day at work, being tired or just being with my kids. I still got to find ways every time in the day to,
for sure, brother,
get stuff done with that. So I feel
for sure, brother. I believe in you, brother. Eventually it'll happen with God's grace and God's timing and His will. It'll eventually happen.
And I love that you brought up that you got baptized today. My daughter actually got baptized.
Oh, nice, man! Congrats. That's huge. Big time. Yeah.
What do you feel like what you was going through to push you to get baptized? And did you grow up in like a Christian environment?
I grew up in the church, right? I knew God, loved God. Yeah. Grew up going to church, but it wasn't me going to church. It was my parents going to church, or my mom going to church, right? My grandparents going to church. So you just kind of tagging along, and I kind of got away from that in college. You're on your own. You might be playing ball, playing a sport, and you just it's college, man. You're living on your own. You might not be making the time to get up every Sunday and go to church anymore. Yeah. Waking up in the morning before classes and talking to God or whatever the case may be. You might be going out and partying at night and not sitting in bed talking to God.
That's real.
So I got away from that for a very long time in my life when I was an adult. And if anybody can live here with any piece of anything to take away from this, man, it would be when you're an adult, you got to take the time to find God as an adult. Yeah. Right? It's different when you're a child. Like I said, you're just being dragged to church, but
it's almost forced upon you.
It's almost forced upon you a little bit, right? And you kind of just like almost going through the motions, right? Yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. And there's definitely but yeah, like I think that it's very important to have an adult relationship with God. And that was one thing I was lacking, man. And it didn't really hit me until everything kind of came crashing down around me, man. And life was bleak. I was burning myself out, man. I was running on fumes. I was trying to build the training business while also, like you said, working full time. I think I was at the time I was working about 4 jobs, man. I was coaching, I was working in the gym as a personal trainer, I was doing front desk and laundry there, I was working in a warehouse, I was working as a bouncer at a club.
Oh, man.
Like, I was working 5 jobs also while trying to do this, man. I wasn't getting no sleep. I was burnt out. I was like, man, this is like, you telling me like I got to work these jobs for the rest of my life. Like, I was depressed. I think I was, I just got to the point where I was suicidal, man. And to the point where I did try to kill myself. And then failed at that too. And I was like, God damn, I can't do nothing right.
Good,
I'm failing at everything. But it got to the point, man, where like I hit the lowest you can do. And sometimes it takes hitting rock bottom, completely hitting rock bottom before you realize like, oh, okay, something needs to change. And so I reached out to one of my good friends, Justin, and he's a pastor. And I was like, hey, look, man, like I don't know if this is something you can help me with, but like I've just been, I'm just coming off this like suicide attempt, and I feel like I might try to do it again, and I just need you to pray for me. And he's like, okay, let's hop on a call. And he lives in Chicago. We hopped on a call. He prayed over me, and he was like, hey, like if you want to do this more often, we should do this more often. And then eventually we started talking every day, and he started giving me books to read. And it wasn't just the Bible at first. He kind of eased his way into it. He wasn't trying to push his way of life right onto me, because I didn't even know what I was looking for at the time. I was just trying to get better mentally. So he was giving me some books to read, and then eventually, a couple Bible verses, and then I started asking questions, and he really helped me on that path to finding God. And then eventually it just came to the time where I was like, man, this is what I need to do. I need to get baptized. It was kind of a full circle moment for me. He was somebody I grew up going to high school with, and he's the one that baptized me in Lake Michigan. And I will always credit him for being one of the people that just saved my life, man. Because if he doesn't answer that phone, or he doesn't welcome me with open arms to like help me out, could have been a second attempt, brother. So, Justin, if you're seeing this, I love you. But yeah, I think that's it. Kind of all just, I hit rock bottom, and I was like, man, I kind of just need to change my life around, slow things down, and I can't fight this all on my own. That's what I realized. I can't. I'm not supposed to be able to do all this on my own. We're not meant to carry all these burdens alone, right? So
at all.
I'm not meant to fight all these demons, carry all these burdens, and do all this alone. So I can give it to God. If I knew what I knew now back then, I would have been able to give all that to God, and He would have been able to carry it for me. But I know it now, and now I have somebody that will carry those burdens for me, and help me fight all these battles, and fight all these demons for me. I got God in my corner, and at this point, nothing can beat me.
Yes. And too, one thing I agree with you on, as far as if you do the work and you really study, and I gotta do better at it. But if you study God, if you study the Bible, it's like life lessons. You know what I'm saying? It's some, like, it's right. The answer's right there in the book. It can help you out anyway. I'm not even trying to go like I ain't saying commit to this religion or nothing like that. But not at all. You can learn from the Bible. Anybody you can. It's a very knowledgeable book. And it's true. It's refreshing. It
is very refreshing. And like you said, there's times in my life where I realize I need to do better too, where we can get so busy and caught up in our own ways that you start to get away from it. And it's crazy that once you've been in it, when you get away from it, you can feel the difference.
That's a fact.
And you can, that wave of uncertainty, or that wave of comparison, or that wave of depression. it'll start to come back if you're not careful.
That's real.
And then you got to check yourself. Like, oh, man, when was the last time I actually talked to God? When was the last time I gave some of these worries, these burdens to God? And you're like, man, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So then you got to pull yourself back and recenter yourself. And if you recenter yourself, man, you'll know the difference.
Yeah.
At least that's in my experience.
Have you felt yourself ever really slip since that moment?
Brother, all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not perfect.
Yeah, of course.
And I hope I don't portray online that I'm a perfect person, but there's definitely times, brother. Like, I mean, if we're being super candid, there's some shit in my life that I'm going through right this very second where I don't think a lot of people, whether it's my clients, their parents, my friends, even my family, man, would probably know what I'm going through right now, and I had to check myself the other day, man. I was depressed. I didn't want to get out of bed, going through whatever I'm going through personally. And I was like, man, like, I couldn't tell you last time I went to church. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, it's been a while. I've been so busy with work and trying to grow things and grind. Man, I haven't taken the time to slow down.
Yeah.
And have that Sabbath, have those days off and have that time off. I had to catch myself, man. I was like, man, no wonder you feeling like this. You haven't been talking to God.
Yeah.
So there's the little slip ups every once in a while, and I just gotta be mindful. But now I've got the tools to help me get out of it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
A lot quicker.
Yeah. I'll say one thing, because, my mom, she's real heavy into the church. So I try to go.
Yeah.
And like, when the days I make excuses on Sundays that I miss, it's like, I'm tired, I don't feel like going. But every time I do make it to a service, it's like, it wasn't bad at all. I don't know.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These last couple of weeks and didn't go. I actually needed this.
And that's the devil, man. That's I'm not lying to you. That's the devil, man. The devil will make you think, man, you don't need to go to church today, man. All right, like, hey, you don't.
That's heavy with me.
Come on, man. Like before my suicide attempt, man, I couldn't even tell you what day of the week church fell on. That's how long I hadn't even been. Couldn't tell you church was on Sunday. I completely forgot. Sheesh.
Yeah, no, that's real, bro. So, all right, getting into elite performance.
Yeah.
How did that come about? You creating that? How did that all come together?
The elite performance, man, it's still something that I struggle with today. There's days where I want to change it, but I'm rocking with it for now, man. It's been 6 years, so I'm still rocking with it. The other day, I was actually thinking about just changing my Instagram from elite to performance to like just Nate, just my name. You know?
Okay. I feel that.
Because I couldn't tell you I've never like really had a personal Instagram. It's just been this. Because if it wasn't for growing this business and trying to like grow a brand, I probably wouldn't be on social media. Because I just know that I'll probably come off social media just because I know it's not a healthy place for me.
I'm with you.
But here we are, right? So elite performance, man. I was just trying to think of something catchy, man. Something like that was. It sounds cringe, but like elite, right? Like,
yeah.
And then I thought like, back in the day, like all like the Nike Elite stuff, the Nike Elite socks, man. Yeah. Elite, bro. Like everybody used to wear the Nike Elite socks, right? They need to bring them back. Matter of fact, like I haven't seen anybody rock a Nike Elite sock in a long time.
That was everything.
The breast cancer joints, man. It used to be like trying to get all the colors, man.
Yeah, I remember before they dropped them on in the store. It was like you had to be on a certain AAU team.
Yeah, it'd be certain AAU team to get them.
AAU teams had them. Everybody, man, like college had them. Everybody ain't have. I remember John Wall had them.
John Wall, he made them cool, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The blue ones. Oh man.
Thanks.
So it kind of was based off the Nike Elite socks, man, because I couldn't think of anything like. I was trying to think of like a name that would like you want to train the elite athletes. So I just went with elite, and I was like, how can I make it a little different? So technically, the I in elite is the number one, right? Yeah. So
that's slick.
It's slick. Sometimes it gets like if people are sending me an email or whatever, they'll forget to put the one as the I, and it goes to some random person, right? But so at times it can get a little difficult. But I wanted to just like separate myself from just like elite, right? So I put one as the number one, trying to be number one, as the I, and then man, just elite performance. And then I don't post the logo a lot because I don't really have a lot of merch. But if you can see on my phone, it's a basketball, right? Mm-hmm. And the skyline in the basketball is Milwaukee. So the bottom of the basketball is Lake Michigan, and you got the downtown skyline inside the basketball as well. And it was just kind of an homage to the city that kind of gave me my start in the training world. So it's a basketball with the city of Milwaukee in the background. Yeah. And it's just a little nod to the city, man. I wouldn't be the man I am today without Milwaukee. So
no, that's real. That's real. Give me a little breakdown of like the daily grind for you as a trainer.
It changes season to season, right? If it's the summertime and the pros are home and the college kids are home, the days are busy, and some of the guys like to go starting at 6 a.m. So that's totally different, right? But if we're talking about like what I'm doing right now, like I said earlier, like the kids don't get out of school till 3 o'clock, right? Yeah. So at the earliest, I'm taking a client at 3. Okay. So usually kids that get out at 2:30, or if they're seniors and they have like a little like senior early release, I can start at 3 o'clock. So sometimes, most of my days I start at 3 o'clock for training, and I'll go 3 till 9 right now. Just because I might go 3 to 6 with clients, but then during the school year, teams will have me come in and do what's called like a team takeover, right? Like I come in and work with this high school program on this day, and I'll take over their practice on Mondays, right? And now I'm running a high school practice with girls or boys from 7 to 9. Or it could be a local WYBL team, a local junior team, and now I'm working with like the 3rd through 8th graders in this feeder program, and I'm working with them from 5:30 to 7:30, and then 7:30 to 9 at different programs as well. So there's a lot of schools in the area that bring me in, and I work with their junior feeder teams. There's a couple high schools that will bring me in, and I'll work with the high school kids as well. It's a little tougher in the season for high schoolers to do that, but some coaches still love it, and it's good to it gives the coach a break. It also gives the players a break. They don't have to keep listening to the same voice every single day. Yeah. So it's nice that they can, we can break it up. We can almost have some fun, do some skill work, as opposed to, running a shell drill, running suicides. That's real. So some players or some parents, coaches love it, and they bring me in still. But if it's like before 3 o'clock, man, I'm waking up, trying to get a workout in early in the morning. And then, man, depends. Like I could be having, just with the social media side of things, I could be having, it sounds very cringe and douchey when you talk about it out loud, but like influencer meetings with brands. Okay, no, that's real. Nah, man, it's still something I gotta get used to, man. I'm like, cause I stepped into this space just trying to be a basketball trainer. Yeah. And now I'm shooting videos and like commercials for. I shot a commercial the other day for a car detailing company. I'm like, at some point I don't even know what I'm doing no more, man. I'm just, but it's fun, man. I'm just taking it as it comes because I just don't know. It's all new to it, and somebody stopped me the other day. I was at a tournament the other day, and one of the kids stopped me, and he was like, "Hey, man, I follow you on Instagram," and I was like, "Bro, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You got to see that, bro. It's bad content. You should probably unfollow me, bro. It's just shit housery, bro. I'm so sorry. My content is pretty bad, man. But it's so in the morning I could work out." I'll email clients or, whatever, trying to set up schedules for the week. Or, I'll get a lot of inquiries on my website, and then I'll have to direct them hey, you want to sign up? Just sign up on the website. Okay. That's another thing, with a trainer, I would say get a way to streamline scheduling. Okay. Going back and forth on text and going back and forth on emails, it's a waste of your time. If you can direct them to a website or anything and be like, hey, I train on this day, at this time, and this time, You can book it online, or you can just not show up.
Yeah.
It'll save you a lot of time than going back and forth with people and be like, oh, what time works for you? What day works for you? They just log onto the line and they see it. But there's the occasional one-offs where parents can't make this, can't make that, you know, and then, you know, like, oh, okay, I actually do have this open in my day. I can, you know.
Okay.
So it'll be respond to a couple emails. And then, God forbid, I got to actually film the content. And then that's a whole different. That's a whole different thing. You got to get in front of the camera and set up your little tripod, and you know, pull into a parking spot and pull out of a parking spot, and then pull back in and act like you just got there with the camera there now. And man, it's doing the daily vlogs is different, or you know, whatever. But it's been fun, man. But that's what a day in the life really looks like. It's shooting content, it's making the content, it's editing the content, it's the, like you said, the behind the scenes, like the actual business entrepreneur stuff too, and not just the training. Once you get into the training, man, it's the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's
like
at this
point, like I used to write out every single workout I was gonna do. I used to have, you know, like the old school basketball coach. I used to have everything printed out on a sheet, folded over my little waistband, right, and have part of it sticking out where you could read it, just like we grew up, like our coaches would, and that's what I learned it from. So I used to have everything like planned out to the minute of what I was gonna do. But now I've gotten to the point where like the amount of knowledge and the drills that I have in my mind, I can just kind of wing the workout on the spot. So the 3 o'clock through 9 o'clock, man, it's more about getting the kids better, and I'm just having fun at that point. The real work is, you know, in the morning time. But it's the boring work that you don't really want to do, but you have to do. Like that's kind of where the money's made, not on the court. If you do all your work beforehand, you can make money easier on the court too. So that's what it is in the morning time.
And I know that's always hard to get used to, especially if you was a private person before. You know,
very private.
So like, I know
like,
it's.
I'm a very private person, man. I don't talk about my life very often, which is ironic now that I'm doing a podcast, right? Like, I told my brother that I was coming here today, and like, he was like, I was like, it's still so weird for me to like just that people even care like what I'm doing in my day-to-day life. But it is, as a very private person, man, getting used to posting on social media was very awkward. And it's not even like the filming that's weird. I'll pull out my tripod right now on the middle of the street and start filming. I don't care about that part. I've gotten so used to that. I'm not awkward on like in public filming. It's when I post it that I feel awkward. I'm like, bro, it's a bit cringe, bro. Like, but the recording part isn't easy. It's just because I'm such a private person that posting it still feels a little awkward. And I'm like, man, like, you know, and it's not even like what are strangers gonna think, because strangers don't care. It's man, like, man, what are my friends gonna think? Like,
I feel that.
What's my family gonna think? Like, bro, here he go posting this bullshit again. Like, because like I get
different when they know you.
It's different when they know you, because I get most of my support online from people I don't even know.
Like that's where you need the support from.
Exactly.
Honestly.
People outside the city.
Exactly.
Which is crazy, because like when the kids come to me at tournaments and stuff and they're like, oh, like I follow you on Instagram, I'm like, see, like that's more recognition. I got more recognition than that than I do from my own friends. Like my own friends don't even text me and like, hey bro, like what, damn, you shot a video with I shot a video with T-Mac and Vince Carter the other day. And crickets, right? From my friends.
For your friends, back.
But like from people that follow me, or people that like, you know, run into me at a tournament, even parents that like last week, somebody at a tournament, it was a parent of a player that wants to train with me. She doesn't even actively train with me right now, but her mom follows me too. And her mom was like, hey, like I love what you're doing in the community. I love what you're doing for these kids. Like I saw that you just did this video, like congrats on that. I saw you just got this brand deal, congrats on that. And she was just congratulating me, and she was just like, man, like I think it's really cool what you're doing. I really appreciate what you're doing for these kids. And when before she had said that, the day before that, I was actually having a tough day, and I was like, man, like shit's just not going the way I think it's going. And for her to say that right then and there, man, it was comes back to God, man, that's just God's timing. He was like,
yeah.
Here you go, bro.
I was just about to ask you that too. Like, do that motivate you? Sometimes just like, when strangers come up to you and
all the time.
give you credit.
All the time.
Yeah.
It still feels weird like to get stopped like that. And I'm just, because like I told the kid the other day, I was like, bro, I'm so sorry you follow me. Like, it's really not good content. Like, I'm so sorry that you have to see all that. But it is very, very humbling, and it's a blessing, man. It's to be able to make an impact on people that you don't even realize you make an impact on. I had a player. I'm not gonna put his business out there, but I had a player that I trained. At the time, I was going through this phase where I was posting like motivational stuff, right? Like, it could just be a video of me hooping, right? Screen is black and white, and it might have like some motivational music in the background, and the caption on it might be, you know, whatever, like, I need a break, and then the break is me hooping or something. Yeah. You know, that was just something, but it could have like a motivational quote. It could have, you know, whatever I'm going through. And, you know, kid reached out to me and was like, hey, bro, like, I really appreciate what you posting, like, you know, he's a couple thousand miles away at school right now, but he was like, man, like, it really gets me through like some of these days. Yeah. I just read the text messages. I was like, man, I just thought I was like posting some sad boy TikTok shit. Like, I didn't even think, like, I didn't even take two times to think like what I was actually posting. And he was like, I was like, man, that's, you know what? Okay, cool, dope. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope to like get those texts or get that stopped on the street and get that recognition. It's still very, very dope, and I'm still very privileged, and I'm very humbled by it for sure. I don't take it for advantage at all, like, or for granted. Sorry, I don't take it for granted at all. And to everybody that's ever stopped me, man, I appreciate you guys, because I wouldn't be here without them for sure.
And I feel like that might be the true blessing that you have, as far as always being down to earth person. And like you came on this platform, you know what I'm saying? I met you today. So like, you know what I'm saying? You from what I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? You real down to earth, real humble person. You keep that, and like you, even as you grow, to always have that kind of spirit, I feel like that's the key. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Because like I saw like how Peter, going back to like a mentor, right? How Peter treated me, and he was, at the time, man, 500K followers. Like, he didn't have to respond to me, man. I had like 200 followers at the time. He had 500K. There was no reason for him to be like, yeah, bro, you know what? Come down to Kansas for a little bit, learn from me. I'll teach you everything I kind of know. There's no reason for that, man. So ever since then, man, I was like, man, if I have the time to pay it back, whether it's like a smaller trainer, somebody starting a podcast, or just a kid that stopped me on the street and was like, hey, Nate, like, or a parent, like, hey, we really like what you're doing, man. Like, man, of course, I got time for everybody, man. At the end of the day, man, I'm a nobody. I'm a basketball skills trainer, man. Like, man, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not a rapper. I'm not an actor. I play basketball all day, brother. Like, what I tell people is like, I get to basically play a child's game for a living. Like, I basically just shoot around, joke around. Like, I'm teaching kids how to play the game, and I'm teaching them life lessons along the way. Of course, that's what we do. On the serious side of things, that's what I do, right? I make a kid better. I try to get them a contract. I try to get them a scholarship. I try to get them on the A team. I try to get them recruited, whatever. I try to get them to make their high school team. And then, of course, you give them life lessons along the way, and you build these relationships. But a lot of it, bro, we're just having fun. We're goofing off. We're smiling. You're trying to make the kids happy. You're trying to make sure their day is better too. You're trying to be a bright, like, man, I'm out there. I don't think that my clients realize it, man, but they are more important to me than I think I am to them. I think they give me more than I give them. Okay. Like, I get to deal with like their smiles and their laughter all day, bro, and they're, you know, jokes, and they're doing TikTok dances before the training session. They're doing TikTok dances after the training session. And like, when you get that, like, no matter how hard, like I said, I've been going through a little depressive episode lately, but every day that I step on that court with those kids, man, it's like, man, life ain't too bad, you know? And maybe all my life problems come flooding back afterwards, but for those 5 hours on the court in the evening, Don't nothing else matter, man. You out there, you got kids smiling, you got them laughing. They out there having fun with you, man.
Yeah.
Nothing else in the world matters than that, man.
Kids will bring that out of you.
It'll bring that out of you for sure, man. When they keep you young, man. They keep me like doing TikTok dances. Like I know I'm doing TikTok dances in front of the camera. I'm like,
I don't the only ones that can get to do TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like, man, this
that wasn't our era at all.
Nah, but it's
them kids do it. They make it say, hey,
it's
man,
fun, man.
Exactly.
I'll just be out there having fun, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm nobody special, man. So like if somebody want to like stop me and talk, man, I will always have time for it, man. I'll always make time for it, and it's and I'll always forever be grateful for it too, because they don't have to be supporting what I'm doing. Like they don't have to watch my stuff. They don't have to sign their kids up to train with me. Like man, it's if anybody has ever supported me in any way, any form, no matter how big, no matter how small, man, I appreciate them forever.
Yeah, man. Bet. I appreciate you. Hey, man. So before I let you get up out of here, you want to give first give your information, and you want to give any shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Give off to the people.
You guys can find me on Instagram, I guess TikTok, YouTube. Elite Performance, my website eliteperformance.co. Everything is Elite Performance, man. Just remember that the I is in fact the number one.
It's a 1.
So just remember that when you looking me up. If not, just type in Nate Wickstrom. I'll pop up somewhere, hopefully. But yeah, man, that's where you guys can find me. I got nothing. When will this come out? You know?
Maybe like a couple days from now.
Okay,
I'll have it out by Tuesday.
I got a Black Friday camp I'm running.
Okay.
That you guys can sign up for. Link is in my bio. I got a New Year's Day camp. I think it actually is on the 3rd or the 2nd of January. Another camp to sign up for. Might be announcing another holiday camp soon. And then I'm running a camp in the UK, but that one's full. So the local camps, Black Friday, maybe Christmas and New Year's, you guys can still sign up for.
That, man. Hey, I appreciate you big time, man.
Man, appreciate you having me, dog. This is fun.
Love picking your mind. Most definitely got to have you back on.
Oh,
man.
For sure, brother.
For sure, man. Hey, man, it's all love. We got Nate in the building, y'all. This is JonnyBeeTV, y'all. Love.